Welcome to Learn English by Reading, where we make English easy and fun. In this video, we will dive into a beautiful story about nature, kindness, and understanding. This story, The Apple Tree and the Farmer, will help you practice reading, listening, and speaking English at an easy-to-understand level. It's perfect for learners at the A1 level, so you can improve your English while enjoying a meaningful tale. As you listen and read, pay attention to new vocabulary and phrases that will help you speak English with more confidence. Let's begin. The Apple Tree and the Farmer. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village beside a forest, there lived a farmer. The farmer was a simple man who spent most of his time working on his land. His farm had many crops, trees, and flowers, but there was one tree that stood out, an old apple tree. The tree was large and strong, and it had been in the garden for many years. When the farmer was a little boy, he spent a lot of time playing under this apple tree. He would climb its branches, sit in its shade, and eat the sweet apples it gave him. The tree was like a friend to him. Every year, the tree gave the best apples, and the farmer loved them. But as time passed, the tree began to change. It grew older, and it no longer produced apples. It stopped bearing fruit, and its branches became thin and weak. The farmer, now an adult, looked at the apple tree one day and thought to himself, "This tree no longer gives me anything. It is old, and it has stopped giving me apples. Maybe it is time to cut it down." He thought about how much space the tree took up in his garden. He decided that he could use the wood to make some new furniture. After all, the tree was big and strong, and the wood could be very useful. The farmer had forgotten about the memories he had with the tree when he was a child. He didn't remember how much fun he had playing under its branches. He didn't remember how happy he was eating the apples. All he could think about now was that the tree was old and no longer useful to him. So the farmer decided to take his axe and cut the tree down. He raised his axe high, ready to strike the tree. But as soon as he began to chop, something surprising happened. From the branches of the tree, little animals began to rush down. There were squirrels, birds, insects, and even a small grasshopper. They all gathered around the farmer, crying and pleading with him. "Please don't cut the tree," said one of the squirrels. "This tree is our home. We have nowhere else to go. We play here every day. Don't destroy our home." The little birds chirped in unison. "Please don't cut our tree. This is where we build our nests and lay our eggs. We need the tree." The grasshopper added, "Please, we all live in this tree. It is our home. You have no idea how important it is to us." The farmer looked at the little animals, but he was not moved. He had made up his mind. The tree had no more fruit, and he wanted to cut it down. The animals, however, did not give up. They begged the farmer again. "We will help you," they said. "We will sing for you while you work in the fields. We will make sure your little boy is happy. He will not cry. He will play with us, and we will sing songs for him. You will hear our songs, and they will make your work easier. You will feel happy when you hear our voices." The animals were desperate, but the farmer did not listen. He raised his axe again and started chopping harder. The sound of the axe hitting the tree echoed through the garden. Then, Just as the farmer was about to chop another large piece from the tree, something shiny caught his eye. He stopped for a moment and bent down to look closer. There, hidden in a crack in the bark, was a beehive. The hive was full of honey, glistening in the sunlight. The farmer was curious. He reached out and took a small amount of the honey, putting it into his mouth. The taste was sweet, richer than anything he had ever tasted before. The honey filled his mouth with its delicious flavor, and a warm feeling spread through him. For the first time in many years, the farmer smiled. He remembered how much he used to enjoy spending time under the tree when he was a boy. He remembered how the tree had given him apples, and how it had provided a home for so many animals. The honey brought back the memories of his childhood, and suddenly he felt happy again. "This honey is amazing," the farmer said with a smile. "I had forgotten how sweet life can be." As the farmer stood there, thinking about the sweet honey and his childhood, the little animals spoke up again. The bee said, "I will always provide you with sweet honey, as long as the tree remains standing." The squirrel added, "I will share my nuts with you. I will give you as many nuts as you need." The birds cried, "We will sing for you whenever you want. Our songs will make you happy." The grasshopper said, "We will make sure that your little boy never feels sad. He will always be entertained and happy with us." The farmer's heart softened. He realized that the tree was not useless after all. It had given him apples in the past, and now it was providing honey, a place for animals to live, and the sweet songs of the birds. The tree had brought so much happiness to him when he was a child, and it was still bringing happiness now. The farmer put down his axe and said to the little animals, "I am sorry. I was wrong to think that this tree was useless. It is not just a tree. It is a home for many creatures. It has given me so much, and now I understand that it is not just the apples that are important. The tree gives us more than we realize." The animals looked at each other and then smiled. They were happy that the farmer had changed his mind. The farmer looked at the tree, his heart full of gratitude. "I promise," he said, "I will never cut down this tree. It is important, not just for me, but for all of you. I have learned my lesson, and I will protect this tree so that you all can live here in peace." The little creatures thanked the farmer again and again. They were so happy that the tree would remain standing. They returned to their homes in the branches, nests, and holes of the tree, feeling safe and content. As the years went by, the apple tree continued to stand tall in the garden. It no longer bore apples, but it gave the animals a home. The birds sang their beautiful songs every morning, and the squirrel shared its nuts with the farmer's family. The bees continued to make honey, and the tree became a symbol of kindness and understanding. The farmer's little boy grew up, and he played under the same apple tree that his father had played under when he was a child. The boy climbed the tree's branches just like his father had done, and he smiled as he ate the sweet apples that had once been so plentiful. And when the boy played, the little animals sang their songs, and the farmer listened with a smile on his face, knowing that the apple tree was more than just a tree. It was a gift to everyone. Moral of the story: each and every living thing in nature is of some use. We should never destroy anything without understanding its value. The apple tree may have stopped giving apples, but it still provided so much for the farmer and the animals. Just like the tree, we all have value, even if we cannot always see it. Thank you for watching Learn English by Reading. We hope this story helped you improve your English in a fun and meaningful way. Remember, every story teaches us something new and important. Stay tuned for more stories to help you speak, read, and listen in English with confidence.